Welcome to Doctify and thank you for joining our webinar today about online ranking and SEO. Today I'm joined by my colleague Raj, who is our in-house marketing expert. Thank you, Raj, for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
We are going to talk about online ranking and SEO, and that's because we have been getting a lot of questions from all our consultants, so we thought we would brought in an expert to discuss it further and explain a bit more into details. So let's kick it off with, what is SEO?
Okay, so SEO, if we're to put it into a nutshell, is how well you show up organically in a search result. So that's determined by a whole bunch of things. The main one is really something that they call page authority, and how well or how authoritative your page is determines your rank, whether that means you're first in the organic or second or third. So SEO, search engine optimization, has got nothing to do with paid ads. It's all to do with your organic page.
Okay.
And it is driven by page authority.
Great. So what is a page authority then?
Page authority is really broad and complex, but in terms of useful things for specialists on Doctify, there's three major ones that contribute to your page authority. The first one is your content, so that's your about section, your backlinks, and your updated reviews. So if we're to go through those individually, the about is obviously about you, what sort of treatments you provide, so that's your tick boxes on your profile, and making sure that that about section isn't copied from anywhere else. So you're not copying and pasting that from your own website or from another clinic's website or from a university, from anywhere. It needs to be original content. If Google sees that it is duplicate content from somewhere else, then it's going to disregard it. You're not going to show up on first page reviews. First page results. The second one is backlinks. So that is how many websites are talking to one another. The easiest way that this can be done is if you've got the Doctify widget for yourself on your own website. So what that means is that you've got two reputable websites talking to one another via a link. Google then recognizes that as, okay, yep, these two websites are reputable and they're linked to one another. So those review widgets on your own website can be a live feed of your reviews. They can just be a simple Doctify badge that links to your profile. There's a whole bunch of things that we call widgets that you can install really, really easily. We can just chat to your developers and get that in. And then the third part of your page authority is how often it's updated. So Google in particular crawls websites daily. Some of them weekly, some of them fortnightly. It's really up to them. We can submit things manually to get crawled, but we often just let Google do its thing because they do it on a daily, weekly basis. So when that is happening, it's really important that you collect reviews consistently. Because if you collect, say, 10 reviews in 1 week, and then 3 weeks down the track you've collected nothing, you're not as relevant to someone that's collected 2 reviews every single week.
Exactly.
So it's really important that you're collecting those reviews consistently, because when Google then crawls, when it goes through your page, it basically says, oh, this page is getting updated on a regular basis with relevant content. So those are the three things that pretty much determine how well your Doctify page is going to show up in organic search results.
Great, thank you. So practically what that means is, on your dashboard, on your profile page, you need to make sure you update your details with what you want to say. And that includes your about section at the bottom, which the content cannot be duplicated from one website to another. And that also includes all the tick boxes you have under subspecialties, medical procedures, and special interests, which needs to be ticked. You also need to look at collecting reviews on a weekly basis. A minimum of 2 reviews a week does the trick, but it needs to be ongoing. That will help in terms of your online visibility. Is that correct?
Correct, yeah.
Great, thank you. We got a question a few days ago from a doctor which asked, my colleague has fewer reviews than me, but it's showing on the first page of organic search results. Why is this happening?
Okay, so we can unpack this in a whole bunch of different ways. The first place that I would look would be, how competitive is your industry? If you're in dentistry, for instance, it could be a highly competitive industry. That's all based on, people will compete on price, compete on a whole bunch of other things. So when it's a highly competitive industry, people who are specialists in that field will often get agencies to do their SEO work for them. They are highly specialized. They know the ins and outs of that algorithm. So that could be one part of it. If it's your colleague in particular, it could be something as simple as your colleague has a really unique name, and maybe you're called John Smith.
Yeah.
So, generic names don't, as silly as that sounds, don't perform as well as something entirely unique. The next place that I would look is how consistent are the reviews coming in. So again, say your colleague has collected 2 reviews and you've collected 30,
Mm-hmm.
and your 30 reviews were collected 3 months ago and you haven't been collecting since. Whereas this new colleague perhaps, or your colleague that's just signed up, has been collecting maybe 1 this week and then 1 next week. So there's a whole bunch of different factors in there. It could be maybe you've got a duplicate in your own profile. There's so many things that we can look at. And if you are seeing something like that in your own profile, send it to us. We'll gladly have a look and give you some advice, or get it recrawled by Google, all sorts of stuff. So there's always stuff that we can do on our end to help your SEO.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Raj.
Thank you.
And to sum it up, I think it's worth knowing that SEO helps with your boosting your traffic and your visibility online in order for your future patients to find you quicker. So it's worth spending a bit more time looking at it. And if you have any question, like that Raj said, send us an email on hello@doctify.co.uk and we'll do our level best to help you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Raj, for your time. Take care. Bye-bye.